of the authority entrusted to me, I constitute this meeting a lawful congregation of the University of Venda.
Please be seated.
Chancellor of the University of Venda, Advocate Mujangu Gumbi, Mayor of Tulamela Local Municipality, Councillor Sarara Mbuda, the Chairperson of Council of University of Venda, Mr. Genius Likheta, Deputy Chairperson of Council, Ms. Ndanuleni Makari, Deputy Vice Chancellor for Teaching and Learning, Professor Eusebius Likalakala Mukhele, University Registrar, Dr. Joel Baloy, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Botwek Razia, Executive Deans of our faculties, Professor Natasha Potkita, Professor Marwaka Nyane, Professor Chilizi Murauzi, and the Acting Executive Dean of Humanities, Professor Tawanda Runare, President of the Convocation, Mr. Sylvester Mutadi, Director Student Affairs, Mr. Azudovi Mukeli, SRC President, Mr. John Daka, and the entire SRC leadership that is here, members of council and former members of council. I've seen Pastor K.R. Majia, former registrar of the University of Venda, Advocate Edward Ambani, members of Senate, and members of university management, academic and administrative staff, esteemed royal and traditional leaders that are here, religious leaders, invited guests, Univen alumni, student, graduate, parents and guardians, media practitioners, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Tobela. Abshe. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all and those joining us live through our virtual media platforms around the globe to the University of Venda 2024 Spring Graduation Ceremony. Spring is a season of hope. There is no better way to start such a season than to celebrate a great achievement. Graduation is a very fulfilling achievement, not only in the life of our students, it is also an emotional and proud moment for the parents and the loved ones. In fact, this day is a culmination of the efforts of many people who have individually and collectively supported and encouraged, comforted and challenged our graduates to get this far. It is indeed a joyous moment for our students and also their guardians and the lecturers, supervisors who guided you through this journey. But it's also a very important occasion for our university calendar. Students come and learn and acquire skills, including life skills. Your resilience and personal strength have been tested even more during your years of study at this university. So this occasion serves to confirm that and to satisfy that indeed we know you, that you have been here, and that you have fulfilled the requirements for the qualification for which you have enrolled. After 3 or 4 years of hard work and many sleepless nights, this is it. This is the apogee, the pinnacle of your endurance and dedication. This is the time when you feel all the sacrifices that you've made by your parents, yourselves, and all the time that was spent away from home. That is all worth it. To your graduates and parents and also guardians, friends, and academic and support staff, I want to say to you, congratulations on this great achievement. Finally, your years of toil have paid off. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a period of mourning as a university. The last few weeks have been somber and sad as we mourn the passing of two of our former leaders. Our former Vice-Chancellor and Principal, Professor Moshe Gesla-Nkondo, who passed on 3 weeks ago. Professor Nkondo was the third Vice-Chancellor and Principal of University of Venda and served the university between 1994 and 2005. Similarly, last week, Friday, we also learned of the passing of Professor Dobani Rexen Takati, who was the Deputy Vice-Chancellor at this university. Professor Takati served the university between 1999 and 2003. I wish, therefore, to humbly request that we observe a moment of silence in honor of their contribution to our university. May we please stand. May their souls rest in peace. Thank you. The two leaders I'm talking about were pioneers, men of gravitas who gave our university heft and stature amongst its peers. They presided over the university during a very challenging period in the history of our country and the history of higher education in South Africa. The period after 1994 was a very challenging for historically black universities, as they were needed to assert themselves as the centers of excellence. On the other hand, as the champions of transformation in the democratic transition of our country, as it were. The University of Venda was fortunate to have a leader of Professor Nkondo's caliber during that time. He was a great progressive thinker and a dedicated agent of transformation. He was amongst the leading champions of the broad transformation forums in the public universities in South Africa. When the University of Venda was seized with the robust debates on the size and shape of universities that led to the mergers and acquisition of some colleges and campuses, Professor Nkondo took a stand, making a case for the independence of our university. The University of Venda is neither near nor far from Gauteng. It is just where it is, he said, motivating that it must be allowed to grow and make its contribution to the development of South Africa right where it is located. Prof. Nkondo's contribution was altruistic and not for recognition. In spite of his stuttering, his voice was loud and his counsel was concise. It is through his deeds that we have earned our respect and also the reverence of many across the length and breadth of South Africa and beyond our shores. Likewise, Professor Takati's relationship with the University of Venda dates back to 1989 when he joined the University of Venda as a senior lecturer in the School of Public Administration. He held an illustrious career in academia and was later appointed as the Deputy Vice-Chancellor at this university. Professor Takati was a servant of God, a trailblazing academic, a caring philanthropist, and a selfless community leader who served our country with dedication. He made a mark in the lives of many, and his demise will be felt by multitudes, particularly those in the academic sector. The University of Venda and Professor Takati's family will be holding a memorial service today here at the university. It will be in the education block, and it will start about 2 o'clock. The two leaders laid a solid foundation for the university to find its feet and relevance in the new democratic era. Today, like dwarfs standing on the shoulders of these giants, we can gaze far and beyond, pondering the future of our university. Let's take their mantle and preserve their legacy of academic excellence and critical thinking as we continue to shape a better future for South Africa. May their souls of Professor Mushe Geslankondo, Professor Dobani Takati, rest in eternal peace. Ladies and gentlemen, graduation is a very opportune moment for us to share with our stakeholders and the parents and guardians the progress that we are making as a university to advance our fortunes. Our vision is to propel the institution to become a university leading in engaged scholarship, producing graduates that are locally relevant and globally competitive. In this regard, our research output are growing in leaps and bounds, making inroads in the reputable journals and publications. We are indebted to the researchers in the Faculty of Science, Engineering, and Agriculture who constantly lead in the research output production for our university. One such researcher is Professor Ntakazeni Edwin Madara from the Department of Biochemistry and Microbiology, who has been instrumental in developing a research niche area on mass spectrometry. His work has put the University of Venda on a global map. The global significance of his project is underscored by the acceptance of his scientific paper by the prestigious Nature Microbiology Journal. We are full of gratitude of the groundbreaking novel work by professors such as Professor Pascal Besson, Professor Yoshan Moodley, Professor Afam Jidiani, Professor Nikita Tavengwa, Emeritus Professor Lilian Mamino, Professor Tendai Chari, and Mr. Herbert Musarurwa, and many, many other researchers and academics in our university. It is precisely because of the quality of our academic output that our university is gaining recognition nationally and internationally. Ladies and gentlemen, during this spring graduation ceremony, a total of 768 graduates will receive their certificates, diplomas, and degrees. Of the overall of 768 graduates, I'm pleased to report that 56 graduates are females, while 44% are males. 51 graduates will receive their honors degrees, while 76 graduates will receive their master's degree, and 33 will receive their PhDs. Among the 33 PhDs to be awarded, 11 of those are our staff members of this university. Among these 11 staff PhDs to be awarded was for Mrs. Ketiwe Madima from the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law, who is the first candidate to be awarded a Doctor of Philosophy in Criminal Justice in the history of the School of Law at the University of Venda. We are equally pleased to note that Mr. Manda Ligaba Mbelengwa, a senior lecturer in the Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture, will also be awarded a Doctor of Philosophy in Science. As we celebrate this Women's Month, we are also excited to note two notable female candidates. Ms. Anashela Makado, who is 74 years, who was awarded a doctoral degree in nursing, and also Ms. Norma Linda Jobodwana, who is 71 years old, who also was awarded a doctoral degree in sociology earlier this morning. Among those who received their master's degree was the MEC of Social Development in the Limpopo Provincial Government, Ms. Florence Razilani, who was awarded a master's in public management from the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law. Similarly, the former SRC president, Mr. Smile Mangani, was also awarded a master's degree, Commerce in Business Information Systems from the Faculty of Management, Commerce and Law. The degree of Masters in Environmental Sciences in the Faculty of Science, Engineering and Agriculture will also be awarded to Mr. Ntebeleni Justice Tobogi, who is 75 years. And we are pleased to note that. Ladies and gentlemen, our graduate success rate is not just in quantity, but also quality as well. Scores of our alumni move on to occupy very strategic leadership positions in both public and private sectors of our country and also abroad. There is no sector in this country where you will not encounter a Univen graduate. I'm therefore confident that you too will be joining the workforce, and I hope to meet some of you in the corridors of power and influence very soon. Our university does not seek only just to produce what we call job seekers, but we also strive to produce skilled graduates who are not only employable, but who can also be employment creators through entrepreneurship. Hence, we are in constant and regular dialogues with the industry partners to align our academic programs with the needs of our economy. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to share with you just briefly about our infrastructure development. We are making very good progress in developing a state-of-the-art infrastructure in support of our academic project. In 2023, we completed a number of building projects, including the health science building. The building is designed to house 4 departments within the Faculty of Health Sciences and is equipped with cutting-edge infrastructure. The facility is also expected to improve our student graduating success through the introduction of the state-of-art laboratories, biokinetic center, staff offices, nutrition labs, and also cafeteria. The university is currently embarking upon a number of construction projects. Amongst these is the following. We are busy putting together what we call a nursing science simulation lab to the value of 40 million rand. The Punda Maria Road and the bridge to the value of 152 million rand. The refurbishment of the main administration building to the value of 103 million rand. And all these projects will be finalized by December this year as we close. We are also pleased by the efforts of our Executive Committee of Convocation, who are deeply involved in ensuring that the university is able to raise funds to support our needy students. We are also grateful to one of our alumni, Mr. Talifani Chitwamuromoni, who is the founder of the Universal Greening Organization. Mr. Chitwamuromoni engaged my office earlier on this year and linked me with the Nedbank Educational Trust, where we were able to receive a once-off payment of 6.6 million rand directed towards supporting students in the STEM disciplines. In the same vein, our Chancellor, Advocate Mujangu Gumbi, has consistently demonstrated a support and commitment to our financially needy students who are struggling to pay their fees. The Chancellor has requested me and my team to compile a list of students who owe up to 60,000 rand so that she could assist in settling their outstanding debts. As part of our country's celebration of 30 years of democracy, the Chancellor donated about 180 sneakers to female graduates during the 2024 autumn graduation ceremony. Over and above that, in this spring graduation ceremony, she has donated about 30 sneakers to our female graduates. Join me as we express our appreciation to the Chancellor for her generous support. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish as I conclude to take you back to my opening statement where I said, spring is a season of hope. Our country is grappling with serious challenges due to persistent low economic growth, The unemployment has reached about an unprecedented levels of about 40%. A number of our youth have become discouraged, and some have resorted to substance abuse. Poverty is also deepening, while the inequality gap is increasing, making South Africa to be one of the most unequal countries in the world. In such circumstances and these economic conditions, it is possible for people to lose hope, as reasoned by American sociologist Robert K. Merton. My message to graduates is that you must never be despondent because of the bad outlook, and neither should you allow hopelessness to seize your fortunes. We must remain hopeful and continue to sharpen our mental faculties and hone our skills to enable us to create and seize opportunities to better our conditions. I say this inspired by the words of the former President of America, President Barack Obama, who illustrated the triumph of hope over despair in his famous book, The Audacity of Hope. This is what President Obama said, and I quote, "Hope is not blind optimism. It's not ignoring the enormity of the task ahead or the roadblocks that stand in our path. It is not sitting on the sidelines or shaking from fight. Hope is that stubborn thing inside us that insists that despite all the evidence to the contrary, something better awaits us if we have courage to reach it," close quote. The best way to feel hopelessness is to get up and do something. Not to feel hopelessness is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make something good for somebody, you will fill your world with hope and also fill yourself with hope. And this is my message to you all, that after years of hardship, there is a reward. After a very steep climb, we descend. After a very winter, there is spring. Graduates, your spring is here. Grab it with two hands and forge a bright future ahead. Hardship teaches us resilience. The hardship that you have gone through to get this far was a lesson on resilience. If you could endure 3 or 4 years of rigorous academic studies, if you could in these 3-4 years stay focused on your goal until this joyful occasion, nothing can stand on your way. However, let's be frank that there will be some hurdles along the way. There will be some speed bumps and patches of gravel, and that is life. Do not despair. Keep the hope burning. Remain audacious with your hope and keep your dreams for a better future. Once again, congratulations, and I thank you.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the diplomas and degrees that are reflected on the program to the candidates that the Executive Dean shall present to you.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I confer the diplomas and the degrees.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present the candidates in the Diploma in Freshwater Technology to you.
Mabasa Mihlo Neo. Satehe Tawang Samuel.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present the candidates and the following qualifications to you. Bachelor of Environmental Sciences, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Earth Science in Hydrology and Water Resources, Bachelor of Earth Science in Mining and Environmental Geology, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Bachelor of Science in Forestry, Bachelor of Science in Food Science and Technology, and Bachelor of Urban and Regional Planning.
Baloi Nico. Chauke Mpamo Lodrick. Dangare Rivwani. Dau Rufuno. Zivani Mukobe Lindiwe. Hasaho Ratanang Brazo. Karushi Jewel. Borogo Patuchezo. Kangare Urisani. Kula Simi Selo. Rururi Funzo. Rubengo Brighton. Mabila Sakile Wanginkosi. Mabrimisa Podzo. Maimela Mapula Linda. Makado Kundani Zote Delicious. Makani Muketwa, Makuba Popi Vision, Malachi Sikwati Khalan, Mamato Fulupero, Manyua Libuani, Maoka Karendiwe, Mapaha Comfort, Maparu Lawrence, Marageni Asakaki, Masindi Adivao, Masindi Teshano, Machaya Ndivuo, Machikiri Muhuliseni, Matumba Millicent Munyadziwa, Nchavi Rivoningo, Meregi Ivani Hope, Moha Shoa Surprise, Muhoshua Mashodi Bridget, Molepo Hauhelo, Molovela Angel, Mpooni Franz Matsimele, Muda undi Boniswani, Muendi Tembani, Mukwati Zotea, Mukwevo Mwelelwa Ruzani, Mukwevo Tanzi, Mlaisa Rolibuwa, Mulaudzi Murungwa, Mulaudzi Tendani, Muleya Pumuzo Emmanuel, Munarini Muope Vatu, Mundara Mundaramo Monsuku Gold, Munyai Muranga, Munyai ndi ene Lauta, Muope Rinaye Precious, Mutabatsindi Valinavo, Mutamaro Cheza Precious, Mucharini Ronewa, Namanyane Katlego Laka, Ndou Penelope, Nemavandu Naume Mureri, Nemavora Mpo, Nembiri Mukundi, Nemutanjera Polite, Nenguza Ushavero, Netavani Mutumuni Maria, Nechilapara Sichava Mabutu, Nevondo Carol Patuchezo, Nkuna Nyeleti Felicia, Nkuna Wongani Nyiko Rexon, Padima Sheofatso, Ramaira Mponyane Priti, Ramavale Tabero Innocent, Rama Wunga Takarani Sharon, Rambuda Ronewa, Ramudzuri Aruwani, Ramulwera Fano Primrose, Racharingwa Zoitwa Progress, Shavani Muketwa Jonas, Shavani Wugara, Shirindi Rorindwa Muraro, Sivanda Christina, Sibudi or Sibudi Farero Kevin, Tove Jane Solokelo, Thobela Nkosi Ngiphile Endusizi. Toka Koketso Precious. Chikambe Tebekano. Chikororo Fananani Gloria. Chisikawe Azindini Hilda. Vuma Lihlonolo Happy. Bakane Fulufero. Chauke Mika Teko. Chauke Shashamelo. Shilwane Lisiko. Dimeleji Nkangwereni. Dibambere Junior.
Kariwe Fundani gift. Mabana Hamukelo. Mabasa Rifumelo. Mabukwana Pumi Machokwa. Madida Maedza. Magidi Patuchezo. Magoro Oruga. Makananise Maduba. Makado Patience. Maketaketa Appreciate Temburuo. Makubelo Praise. Makubelo Shletelo. Makubele Jabulani Ernest. Makinta Hutatso Simula Francisca. Marawa Katuchero Patience. Maluleke Vukona Wise Men. Mampie Rotondwa. Mange Laki Mike. Mapa Wuchiro Alice. Marandela Oamba Chamain. Mashaja Muchidzi. Mashihu Scholastic Saviors Tutula. Masindi Kodani. Masindi Lutendo. Masuta Tumelo. Matevula Nchukeko. Makala Maria Noria Matsatsi. Matsaung Karabo, Virginia. Mavina Pfunzo Clifford. Mavimbela Miralda Theodora Notando. Miambo Rally. Mbi Murungwa Lusani. Mboi Gudani. Mukhonyana Muyahabo Promise. Muloto Makiki Wendy. Muloto Mamunare Melda. Mpe Pumulweli Hope. Mudanabura Jubilee Muranga. Mudau Rondani. Mudau Thama. Mudau Urangani Jubilation. Mudumera Gudani. Mufamadi Tizifuni Lydia. Mukangane Utwawe. Muraudzi Ndivo. Muraudzi Ronewa Amelia. Muraudzi Wendy Rochizwa. Mureba Rilietsi. Murobedzi Tsiko. Mundaramo Mukhetwa. Mundaramo Butali. Mungane Oripa. Mushwana Melvin. Ndlovu Nzalama Ralph, Ndou Tendani, Nembambula Murungwe Moipeleli, Nemutaduni Rokundwa, Netononda Murendeni Tracy, Nechidzati Zote, Nechilindi Mubuso Ernest, Nechipise Rowana Rudolph, Nebudogwa Ipfi, Ngobeni Koriso Charity, Nkwali Chenyei Edward, Tangeni Ropiwa, Mwashe Mukundi, Raliabegwa Charity Mukona, Ramaliba Pfano, Rampeli Muklau Audrey, Ramufumedzi Kangano Wisdom Faith, Rasandedza Katuchero, Rashaka Shumani, Raulenga Rabelani, Sadiki Mukodeni, Sadiki Tarukanyo, Sirakalala Chete William Jr., Shabangu Bongani Kolwane, Shebu Together, Shitolo Itekani Pleasure, Sibia Nomatemba Magnificent, Sigari Uzote, Sigudla Anaki Kolvia, Singo Kanyiseni, Soko Mrauri, Tambani Adibao Gardner, Mhlo khululekani mduduzi. Chifura Paseka Muchidzi. Jo Kudakash Kwashe. Makuva Mkondeleri Elsie. Mhlongo Frida. Mdau Azimpeleli. Mugwagwa Zibuya. Kanchi Mwimeleri. Class Magadi Jennifer. Mudwane Korishang Theo. Tovela Lindokushe Innocentia. Shabalala Nsomo Zanele. Mashope Tsakani. Makhuvele Ntsako. Makhura Muchidzi. Makhwebe Muraro. Maluleke Katekani Felicia. Mamato Maimu Michael. Managa Idani Keron. Matambera Musiwa. Mataba Shulani Hope. Mufeba Tumelo Felicia.
Moraudzi Muope. Ndaunda Murero. Nachindane Fulupero. Para Poncho. Siboko Tele. Sherinda First. Twala Adonia. Kolele Tsakani. Makekemba Rutendo. Netononda Ronewa. Netononda Tarukanyani, Ngoveni Oruga, Skonyane Rodney, Bere Oruga, Victoria, Lejade Liferani, Makuvela Fine, Manganye Vunene, Mutene Johannes, Mudau Mildred, Ndovu Mbalinje, Nemu Diviso Mchekwa, Nefumbada Morweli, Ntwape Baldwin, Chifaro Masindi, Daswa Ndamurero, Janji Pedro, Matidi Ntanganezeni, Machikiri Mashudu, Mubali Airei, Mubali Kurupero, Nchavelenyi Leticia, Nemurenga Ndugero, Nesengani Abel, Ramova Ropiwa, Ramunchi Mavungu, Sikon Kopelo, Sikita Ronewa, Swidzo Mulaifa,
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present the candidates in the following qualifications to you. Bachelor of Arts Honours in Rural Development, Bachelor of Environmental Sciences Honours, and Bachelor of Science Honours.
Nebutaru Mashudu, Mabohole Butale, Malaka Matlohu Magdalene, Mudau Rupiwa silent. Netamba Tarifani. Rachedana Murarami. Vumalerato Esther. Maboso Mudivi. Madamarara Ndibuzanyi Fortunate. Maleka Emmanuel. Ramutla Chepiso Mwaku. Mkawele Mikateko Valencia. Nechipepe Mashudu. Chinawe Mashudu Chensi.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present the candidates in the following qualifications. Master of Arts in Rural Development, Master of Earth Sciences, Master of Earth Sciences in Mining and Environmental Geology, Masters of Environmental Sciences, Master of Environmental Sciences in Ecology and Resource Management, Masters of Sciences, Masters of Sciences in Agriculture, and Masters of Science in Food Science and Technology.
Kugubira Shumani. Investigation of methods adopted by smallholder broiler farmers adapting to climate change. Supervisor Prof. Manjoro, co-supervisors Dr. A.G. Nechipare and Dr. M. Chikororo. Matho Dolin, adaptive strategies to mitigate water scarcity among smallholder cattle farmers in vulnerable areas of Greater Tsanin, local municipality. Supervisor Prof. M. Manjoro, co-supervisors Ms. G. Ulo and Dr. M. V. Mkwanazi. Malachi, California. Topic: analysis of community-based organizations as effectiveness in promoting grassroots educational services in Greater Tsanin Municipality, South Africa. Supervisor Dr. M.A. Mataulula, co-supervisors Ms. G. Olu and Dr. W. Ndlovu. Rudolph Mukolo, Rudolph Kaleka. Strategies for enhancing delivery of beneficiary-preferred low-cost housing. A case study of selected rural areas of in Ephraim Mohale Municipality. Supervisor Prof. J. Francis, co-supervisor Professor J. Kamujanje. Nematiti Awerani Jeanette, attributes of ideal grassroots community leaders for sustainable rural development, the case study of ward committees in Vembe District Municipality of South Africa. Supervisor Professor J. Francis, co-supervisors Dr. L.R. Kone and Dr. N.P. Raverani. Daswa Shumani Samuel, GIS-based spatio-temporal analysis of crime prevalence in Tulamela local municipality. Supervisor Professor N.S. Netengwe, co-supervisor Mr. F. Dondofema. Tobogi Ntevereni Justice, the impact of Nandoni Dam construction on selected indigenous plant species diversity, a case study in Tulamela municipality within Vembe district of Limpopo province, South Africa. Supervisor Professor BDO Odiambo, co-supervisors Mr. M.H. Ligava Mberengwa and Professor J.M. Mokwebo. Malima, okay, Malima Mpo Bridget. Assessment of pharmaceutical waste management in Vembe District, Limpopo Province, South Africa. Supervisor Professor J.N. Edokpai, co-supervisor Professor V. Masindi. Muzanani Nsemeni Reina, assessing climatic and non-climatic impacts on smallholder maize production in Chimampa Irrigation Scheme, Limpopo Province. Supervisor Dr. M.F. Murungweni, co-supervisor Professor H. Chikori. Munjezi Lili, an evaluation of flood control mechanisms to withstand and adapt to flooding in Vembe District, Limpopo Province. Supervisor Professor N.S. Netengwe, co-supervisor Dr. M.E. Mugari. I forgot something very important. Munjezi Lili with distinction. Nemakanga Selby with distinction. Synthesis of zirconium ion, silver ion metal oxides, modified zeolite for application in fluoride and pathogen removal from water. Supervisor Dr. R. Muzirwana, co-supervisor Dr. W.B. Ayinde. Rabuhale Mukabolane Innocent, assessing the effects of sampling time on accuracy of extracting water quality indicators through geospatial techniques, a case study of Ritsvlei Dam in South Africa. Supervisor Dr. O.E. Malatlela, co-supervisor Dr. L. Mugwedi.
Litsalo Mujaji Rebecca, Masters of Science Physics, distinction. Topic: hydrothermal synthesis of nanoscaled pure tin-doped and zinc-doped cobalt oxide structures and their gas sensing application. Supervisor Dr. K. Shingange, co-supervisor Professor N.E. Maruta. Mahmoud Hafsa Ali, Master of Science, Microbiology. Topic: prevalence of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis, MDR-TB, and associated risk factors among patients in Vembe region of Limpopo, South Africa. Supervisor Prof. A.N. Traore, co-supervisor Prof. N. Potkiter, and Dr. M.C. Ricoto. Manzini Sean, Master of Science, Zoology. Topic: integrated pest management of Basicoli distincta. Supervisor Prof. L.H. Swanepoel, formerly student of Prof. S.H. Ford, may his soul rest in peace. Co-supervisor Dr. E. Jobert. Masia Katuchero Victor, Master of Science, Botany. Topic: ecology and phenology of Melia as a direct on and off the riverine areas. Supervisor Mr. M.H. Ligabamberengwa, co-supervisor Dr. Mukhanya, M.G. Masindi Mupulusi Lizi, Master of Science, Chemistry. Topic: synthesis of ion-imprinted polymer for selective extraction of selected metal ions from different matrices. Supervisor Dr. R. Muzelwana, co-supervisor Dr. N.T. Tabengwa. Mabila Tendani, Master of Science, Botany. Distinction. Topic: an analysis of exposure and slope gradient impact on tree layer profile of Marulako vegetation in Nelson Nature Reserve, Limpopo Province, South Africa. Supervisor Prof. M.P. Chisikawe, myself. Co-supervisor Dr. K. Magwede. Mbokazi Tisela Nyeleti, Master of Science, Chemistry, distinction. Topic: synthesis of sulfonyl thioureas containing 2 carbon linker as potential antidiabetic drugs. Supervisor Prof. S.S. Mnyakeni Mulele, Co-Supervisor Dr. M.V. Vumbi. Moahi Innocent, Master of Science, Microbiology. Topic, microbial, metabolomic, and molecular determinants of neonatal mortality in the rural areas of Limpopo Province, South Africa, umbilical cord, blood metabolomic profile, and bacterial analysis, and they are associated with perinatal complications. Supervisor Prof. A. Sami, Co-Supervisor Prof. M.S. Maputle, and Dr. L. Mabasa. Mpapuli Abeani Mary, Master of Science, Microbiology, distinction. Topic, prevalence of drug-resistant tuberculosis and associated risk factors amongst patients in the northern region of South Africa. Supervisor Dr. M.C. Rikotso, Co-Supervisor Prof. N. Potkiter, and Prof. A. N. Traore. Ngube Klonipani Rachel, Master of Science, Biochemistry. Topic, development of high throughput screening assays to identify small molecule inhibitors of Plasmodium falciparum, HSP 71. Supervisor, Professor A. Shonai. Ndowusedzani Emmanuel, Master of Science, E-Science. Topic, comparison of some statistical and machine learning models for continuous survival analysis. Supervisor, Dr. T.B. Muraudzi, Co-Supervisor, Dr. A. Bere. Ndo Chiumbuzo, Masters of Science, Botany. Topic, effects of anthropogenic factors on the population structure of Pterocarpus angolensis in communal area of Kalaba village in Ibembe Biosphere. Supervisor, Prof. M.P. Chisikawe. Co-Supervisor, Dr. S.P. Mashile. Nakweba Ndicheni, Master of Science, Physics. Topic, studies on structural, electronic, and optical properties of tin oxide doped with nitrogen, chlorine, antimony, and indium. Supervisor, Professor N.E. Maruta, Co-Supervisor, Prof. R.R. Mapanga.
Nemagubuni Murumwa Felicia, Master of Science in Microbiology. Topic, synthesis and characterization of medicinal plant extract-based nanoparticles and the evaluations against antibiotic-resistant bacterial pathogens. Supervisor Professor A. Sami, co-supervisors Prof. A. N. Traore and Dr. M. Razvinani. Nemudzivadi Anza Emmanuel, Master of Science in Chemistry. He passed it with distinction. Under the title, Synthesis, Photoisomerization, and Anti-Malarial Activities of Cinnamoyl Chloroquinoline Hybrids. Supervisor Dr. M.V. Vumbi, co-supervisor Professor S.M. Munyakeni Mulele. Nepawe Lucy Rinaye, Master of Science in Botany. Topic, Assessment of nutraceutical attributes of selected wild edible fruits, plants used by Bavenda people of the Tulamela local municipality. Supervisor Dr. M.G. Mokanya, co-supervisor Professor N.E. Madara. Nhlapo Wandile Judy, Master of Science in Environmental Science. Topic, Performance Evaluation of Deep Learning Models on Brain Tumor MRI Classification and Explainability. Supervisor Professor J.C. Dogmo, co-supervisor Dr. M. Atemkeng. Popedi Papedi Maxwell, Master of Science in Chemistry. Topic, Risk Assessment of the possible contamination of trace metals in fish samples from Lake Kariba, Zambia. Supervisor Dr. N.T. Tavengwa, co-supervisor Professor I. Chimuka. Rapararani Muraro, Master of Science in Microbiology. She passed with distinction. Topic, Genetic Diversity of Human Herpes Virus Type 8 in Northern South Africa. Supervisor, Professor P.O. Besong, co-supervisor, Dr. L.G. Mabandu Ramarum. Takarani Rufuno, Master of Science in Physics. Topic, Investigation of the connection between energy fluxes and carbon dioxide flux exchange at Kukuza in Kruger National Park by eddy covariance technique. Supervisor, Dr. T.S. Manaudzi, co-supervisor, Professor N.E. Maruta. Chishonga Unarine, Master of Science in Chemistry. She passed it with distinction. Topic, Synthesis of novel dithiohydrotoin derivatives as potential anti-diabetic drugs. Supervisor, Professor S.M. Munyakeni Mulele, co-supervisor, Dr. M.V. Vumbi. Ketani Takani Triforce, Master of Science in Agriculture. Topic: Effect of bioarcher derived from different feedstock on nitrogen retention, availability, and uptake by a maize crop. Supervisor, Professor J.J.O. Odiambo. Co-supervisor, Dr. S.G. Lusiba. Mashishi Sina, Master of Science in Agriculture. Topic: Effect of biofertilizers and genotype on phosphorus, nutrition, and grain yield of Desi chickpea, Sisa arietinum, grown in different agroecologies. Supervisor, Professor J.B.O. Ogola. Co-supervisors, Professor J.J.O. Odiambo and Dr. S.T. Maseko. Matidze Abakori, Master of Science in Agriculture. Topic: Evaluating rhizosphere soil microbes, grain yield, and nutritional composition of 2 legume species in farmers' yield in 4 municipalities of Vembe District. Supervisor, Prof. J.B.O. Ogola. Co-supervisors, Dr. S.N. Mukaetle and Dr. H.T. Araya. Murovi Ronewa, Master of Science in Agriculture. Topic: Effect of location and drying method on nutrient composition, apparent digestibility, gross performance, and carcass characterization of South African mutton merino lambs fed different levels of dried marula fruit peels. Supervisor, Dr. M.S. Mikasi. Mudau Ndamulelo, Master of Science in Food Science and Technology. Topic: Physiochemical and consumer acceptability of sorghum and flatbread. Supervisor, Dr. S.E. Ramashia. Co-supervisor, O.O. Onipe.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present the candidates for the following qualifications: Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences, and Doctor of Philosophy in Rural Development.
Dube Johnstone Ntlalo Michael, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry. The title of the study: Novel thiazolidine-dione derivatives as corrosion inhibitors for mild steel and zinc in 1 molar hydrochloric acid. Supervisors, Professor Elsie Murulana. Co-supervisor, Professor S.S. Munyakeni Mulele. The supervisor will read the citation. The citation is as follows. Corrosion inhibition studies on mild steel and zinc in 1 molar hydrochloric acid were carried out at 4 different temperatures using 3 classes of novel thiazolidine-dione derivatives, TZDs, alanines, butanoids, and glycinides. After synthesis, the TZDs were characterized using magnetic resonance spectroscopy. After characterization, 4 experimental techniques were employed to investigate the corrosion inhibition potential of the TZDs. Weight loss analysis, potential dynamic polarization, PDP, electrochemical impedance spectroscopy, EIS, and Fourier infrared spectroscopy, FTIR. Weight loss analysis showed that the TZDs adsorb onto both metals, adsorption was spontaneous and either mixed type adsorption or chemisorption. Data from PDP analysis showed that the TZDs inhibited corrosion at anodic sites for zinc and predominantly cathodic sites for mild steel. Data from EIS analysis showed that increase in TZD concentration resulted in increased protection against corrosion. Spectra from FTIR analysis showed that all the TZDs successfully formed adsorption films on both metal surfaces. Kumera Ronewa, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology, topic, norovirus host interaction studies, HBGA, phenotypic and genotypic profiles of pediatric patients with diarrhea from rural communities of Limpopo Province, South Africa. The supervisor, Professor N. Potgieter, co-supervisors, Professor A.N. Traore and Dr. J.P. Kabue. The supervisor will read the citation. The co-supervisor, Professor A.N. Traore, will read the citation.
The citation reads as follows. The study focused on understanding how noroviruses, a leading cause of acute gastroenteritis, interact with histoblood group antigen amongst young children in Vembe District, South Africa. Noroviruses exhibit significant genetic and antigenetic diversity, affecting the binding to various HBGAS. The frequency of the histoblood group antigen vary across population due to genetic diversity and evolutionary history. This study examined the genetic characteristic of norovirus and the role of FUT2 and FUT3 gene, which influence the presence or absence of histoblood group antigen. The study found that the histoblood group antigen secretor profile correlate with high norovirus distribution in the area. So insight from this research suggests strategy to reduce norovirus transmission, including the development of drugs to inhibit norovirus binding to histoblood group antigens, potentially decreasing viral replication and susceptible population and enhancing public health. Kumera, well done.
Ligaba Mberengwa Manda Haji, Doctor of Philosophy, Botany. The topic, the physiology of sprouting and its ecological implications for savanna woodlands dynamics. Supervisor, Professor J.B.O. Ogola. Co-supervisor, Professor M.P. Chisikawe. The supervisor will read the citation.
The citation reads as follows. The study assessed the response of savanna plants to cutting, which is a form of ecological disturbance. Many savanna plant species survive disturbance such as clipping through resprouting, which is important where seedling establishment is limited. Disturbing plants more frequently deplete stored carbohydrates reserves, which are indispensable for plant regrowth. Therefore, it is important to understand the response of savanna plants to disturbance. Two savanna plant species, Dicrostachys cinerea and Terminalia sericea, were investigated through clippings seasonally to simulate their response to disturbance during different seasons. Plant individuals survived clipping, and there was a variation in regrowth with seasons, where winter-clipped plants showed a better response to clipping than plants that were clipped in other seasons. These findings have important implications for management of savanna ecosystems, particularly by the communities. Thank you.
Mapiri Azindini Delina, Doctor of Philosophy in Mathematics. Topic, multi-scale modeling of foodborne diseases. Supervisor, Dr. K. Mujinji. Co-supervisors, Professor W. Garira and Professor D. Matebula. The co-supervisor will read the citation.
The citation reads as follows. The study examines the replication transmission cycle nature of foodborne infectious disease systems in humans and animals using multi-scale modeling approach. Foodborne infectious disease systems are complex, involving pathogen replication within hosts, spread across individuals, and infection of entire populations. These systems integrate multiple interconnected processes on different spatial and temporal scales within the human body. The focus is on the interplay between three subsystems, include the host, pathogen, and the environment. The novel replication transmission relativity theory designed for multi-scale modeling accounts for time and space variations by incorporating pathogen replication and transmission. This theory includes 7 levels of organization within infectious disease systems, covering both within host and between host skills. 5 classifications of multi-scale models combine micro-scale and macro-scale perspectives. The numerical findings support the theory's applicability, highlighting the reciprocal influence between the within-host and the between-host skills, involving infection or superinfection and pathogen excretion or shedding. Congratulations, Dr. Mampiri. Let the celebration continue.
Just a gentle reminder to the supervisors that we reserve the title until when it has been kept. It's just a moment away. Maswanganyi Kensani Norman, Doctor of Philosophy in Statistics. Topic: long-term peak electricity demand forecasting in South Africa using quantile regression. Supervisor, Professor C. Sigauke. Co-supervisors, Professor E. Ranganai. The supervisor will read the citation.
The citation reads as follows. South Africa needs to expand its sustainable electricity supply to meet growing demand, particularly in energy-intensive sectors, while ensuring renewable energy sustainability by 2030. Accurate long-term peak electricity demand forecasting is critical for electricity security management. This thesis addresses the gap in long-term peak demand forecasting by using quantile regression models in South Africa. Introducing an overall framework incorporating weather conditions. The thesis' main contributions include the development of extremal quantile regression models to predict extreme electricity demand distributions, providing detailed insights into non-central demand behavior. It also highlights the effectiveness of the additive quantile regression model, which offers superior predictive accuracy. Additionally, the study enhances power system reliability using hybrid models, autoregressive techniques, and variable selection via lasso, enabling probabilistic characterizations of extreme peak loads to mitigate grid stress and optimize energy storage. I present to you Norman Maswanganyi.
Mpete Vusani, Doctor of Philosophy in Zoology. Topic: fruit bat diet, foraging ecology and seed dispersal in the Wembe Biosphere Reserve. Supervisor, Professor L.H. Swanepoel. Co-supervisors, Professor P.J. Taylor and Professor D. Parker. The supervisor will read the citation.
The citation reads as follows. The study revisited fruit bats' seasonal diet in both natural and agricultural setups and their ecosystem services of seed dispersal and plant regeneration. Fruit bats primarily feed on fruit flowers, pollen, and nectar, and leaves of natural trees, for example, figs, and occasionally on commercially cultivated fruits such as lychees. Depredation of commercially cultivated fruits leads to persecution of fruit bats by commercial farmers, hence a decline in their population due to color. Telemetry tracking technology was used to determine fruit batch foraging equality during lychee harvests. Camera traps, exclusion experiments, and questionnaire surveys were also used to assess lychee crop rating, effect of excluding crop raiders on crop yield, and perceived damage respectively. The results showed that fruit bats in the study area prefer figs than commercial fruit. However, fruit abundance did not increase crop raider species richness, while excluding crop raiders did not increase lychee yield. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Husani Mapete. Congratulations, Husani.
Munjezi Muketwa, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology. The topic, characterization of asymptomatic malaria in Limpopo Province, South Africa. Supervisor, Professor P.O. Bisong, co-supervisors, Dr. J.L. Gula, and Dr. E.R. McQuaid. The head of the department will read the citation.
The citation reads as follows. Prevention, control, and eradication of malaria is a global priority. The study examined the burden of asymptomatic Plasmodium infection amongst 985 participants in Ha-Lambani, Limpopo Province, investigating risk factor and knowledge, attitude, and practice toward malaria. The key findings were: 1, the study population had adequate knowledge of prevention, transmission, and cause of malaria. Secondly, the asymptomatic Plasmodium infection was endemic in the studied population. Number 3, Plasmodium ovale, one of the species of Plasmodium, contributes substantially to malaria infection in the study area. The significance and implication are as follows. 1, 7.1% of asymptomatic Plasmodium infection may be the seed for malaria outbreaks. Secondly, rapid tests may underdiagnose Plasmodium infection, and current vaccine, R21 and RTSS, for young children may have reduced efficacy. To improve prevention and control, rapid diagnostic tests and vaccines should include other Plasmodium species, such as Plasmodium ovale. Additionally, surveillance is needed to monitor changing pattern of Plasmodium in malaria endemic area to inform timely intervention. Ms. Muketwa, well done.
Ndou Dakaro Lorraine, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemistry. The topic, investigation and extraction of routine from household moringa oleifera plants in the Vembe district using modern extraction methods and determination of its chemical space through molecular networking. Supervisor Professor N.E. Madara, course supervisors Dr. N.T. Tavengwa and Dr. A.R. Ndlala. The supervisor will read the citation.
The study investigated the distribution of rutine in Moringa oleifera growing in different households within the Vembe district. Ultra-high performance liquid chromatography, quadruple time of flight mass spectrometry confirmed that rutine flavonoid is cultivar specific and the rutine producing Moringa oleifera is the least grown cultivar, with only 15% of the sampled household plants. Modern extraction methods such as ultrasound-assisted aqueous two-phase extraction and pipette tip micro-solid phase extraction were employed for the extraction of this flavonoid from the Moringa oleifera extracts. And they both proved to be effective method in extracting rutine even at trace concentration. This study also investigated the use of computational metabolomics tools such as molecular networking and unsupervised substructure annotation tool known as tandem mass spectrometry latent diluent analysis to further study the flavonoid chemical space of this plant. Using these data analytic tools, creatine 6.8C diglycoside was identified for the first time in Moringa oleifera. The study's findings indicate that Moringa plants exhibit chemical variability, potentially diminishing their pharmacological effectiveness. Therefore, not all Moringa plants can heal. I present to you Doctoral Lorraine Ndo.
Dondo Fema Farai. Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences. Topic: modeling the spatial distributions and water use of Mauritius thorn and river red gum using remote sensing and geographic information system techniques in the Vembe Biosphere Reserve. Supervisor Professor N.S. Netengwe, course supervisors Professor P.J. Taylor and Professor A.S. Ramuelo. The supervisor will read the citation.
Mr. Dondofema's thesis is the culmination of the innovative research in response to the ever-growing problem of invasive alien plant species. The study starts by determining the best remote sensing platform for studying invasive alien plant species in the Vembe Biosphere Reserve, followed by species distribution modeling to understand the distribution of Mauritius thorn and river red gum in the Vembe Biosphere Reserve. Spatial statistics of selected water productivity through open source remote sensing data were used to determine invasive alien species water use. The research concluded that novel remote sensing and GIS approaches can provide effective and complementary ways of accurately quantifying invasive alien plant species presence, spread, and control options compared with more traditional approaches as exemplified by the 2 selected study species. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give you Farai Dondofema.
Laisani John, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences. Topic: Development of mineral beneficiation and value addition for sustainable socio-economic development of Zimbabwe. Supervisor Professor F. Ampusa da Costa. Co-supervisor Professor Emeritus A.F. Mulaba. The head of the department will read the citation.
The citation reads as follows. This study developed a hybrid framework for mineral beneficiation and value addition to drive sustainable socio-economic development in Zimbabwe. It examines existing policies, identifies cross-cutting constraints, evaluates stakeholder perceptions, and formulates a strategic hybrid framework. Key findings reveals that policy inconsistency, energy shortages, lack of skills, deficient infrastructure, lack of research and development, lack of technology, institutional weaknesses, and corruptions are the significant barriers to effective beneficiation. Additionally, stakeholders support the beneficiation and value addition strategy, but express concern about the current economic and political environment. The study highlights the need for a coordinated, well-implemented framework that addresses these challenges, ultimately offering a structured pathway to enhance economic value chain and maximize Zimbabwe's mineral wealth for sustainable socio-economic development. I present to you Mr. Laisani John.
Njoku Prince Obina, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences. The topic: landfill gas monitoring, assessment of potential health risks, and the development of a zero-waste conceptual framework for rural landfills in South Africa. The supervisor, Professor J.N. Edokpai. The co-supervisor, Professor R. Makungo. The supervisor will read the citation.
In South Africa, approximately 90% of municipal solid waste generated is deposited in a landfill, decomposing into harmful gases like methane, carbon dioxide, and trace gases. These pollutants migrate beneath the surface and extend beyond landfill boundaries, contributing to air pollution. To monitor the subsurface flow of the landfill gases, A GA 2000 analyzer was used. A flush chamber was also used to measure the surface emission of the landfill gases. The ambient air quality was simulated using air mode model. Results show that overall carbon dioxide concentration were the most abundant landfill gas. However, during wet seasons, landfill gas emissions were high in capped areas, while active sample areas had the highest contribution. The study concluded with a strategic framework for municipal solid waste management, particularly for rural landfills, incorporating strategies to reduce waste, promote recycling, and maximize resource recovery. I present to you Mr. Njoku Prince Obina. Congratulations.
Rabura Ismail Tiatu, Doctor of Philosophy in Rural Development. Topic: Enhancing Public Participation in Integrated Development Planning in a South African rural-based local municipality. Supervisor Professor J. Francis, co-supervisors Dr. B.M. Kilonzo. The supervisor will read the citation.
A study was conducted in Thulamela local municipality of Limpopo province. This study focused on how public participation changed as you moved away from the central service center in Thohoyandou. It was found that in general, public participation was substandard, and we then recommended that there's need for distance-sensitive, context-specific interventions, and it is also critical to recognize that there's need for us to integrate citizen science into local governance, which emphasizes the importance of active involvement of communities in decision-making. I present to you Tiatu Raura.
Sishweni Mulimisi Evans, Doctor of Philosophy in Rural Development. Topic: Effectiveness of municipal governance systems in promoting local economic and social development in rural areas of South Africa, a case study of Mupani District. Supervisor Professor J. Francis, co-supervisor Professor J. Chakwizira. The supervisor will read the citation.
In South Africa, municipal governance systems intended to drive local economic and social development often fail to achieve their goals. A study was conducted in 6 traditional authorities that are found in Greater Letaba, Greater Tsanin, and also Maruleng. The results indicated that there was need for greater transparency in procurement processes and also improved communication channels that would help build trust. Furthermore, it was also revealed that there's need to invest more in youth empowerment and also enhancing functionality of local economic development forums in order to enhance local economic social development. I present to you Muremesi Evans Shwene. Thank you.
Chubwana Shumani Samuel, Doctor of Philosophy in Rural Development. Topic: Interventions for enhancing the performance of communal property associations in managing restituted land in Wembe District of Limpopo Province. Supervisor Professor J. Francis, Co-Supervisor Dr. E.N. Raidimi, who is late, may his soul rest in peace. The supervisor will read the citation.
The struggle for land redistribution was a central issue in South Africa's liberation movement, leading to the post-apartheid government's implementation of land restitution, redistribution, and creation of communal property associations to manage land redistributed land on behalf of beneficiaries. However, most CPAs in the country are poorly governed. They fail to comply with relevant legal provisions and have inadequate resources to deliver on their mandates. This study, conducted focusing on the 53 communal property associations in Wembe District, sought to build an understanding of governance as a measure of CPA functionality. Deficiencies in human resource management, financial management practices, and also strategic planning among CPAs were uncovered. And to enhance the effectiveness and functionality of CPAs, targeted interventions such as mentorship, training, policy development, and improved resource mobilization are recommended. I present to you Shumani Samuel Chubian.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, choir, for that. Believe me that, it's a Friday. I would have been very happy to be dancing with you, but today I come with a very heavy heart this today. But it doesn't mean that we should not celebrate, because, life is like that. It throws curved balls at you. I started this morning to talk about what happened very close to us here in Polokwane. 2 women who were shot and killed by a farmer, and he threw their bodies into a pigsty. And so Kuzai and Maria, when one of the sons, Maria's sons, arrived at the pigsty, where you keep pigs, found his mother's body there, half eaten by pigs inside there. And it's just one of those things that really you can't get over. You ask yourself, what happened to our humanity? Even if you killed these people, why would you throw them into the pigsty for the pigs to eat them? So I asked this morning, and I would ask if we can just stand up and observe a moment of silence for Kuzai and Maria, please. Thank you. May their souls rest in peace. Now, this is just to say to the graduates and your parents that there's a lot of work still to be done. Yes, celebrate your achievement today, but remember that there is a lot of work still to be done in our country. And we rely on you to do that good work. Some of us are closer to the exit than the entry. And Vice Chancellor, today and also, we learned so much. That's just the way in which the contradictions that life throws at you. We're talking about this sad event, but at the same time, I learned so much. I didn't know that asymptomatic malaria is quite dangerous, because you can't use the usual malaria tests to find it. I didn't know much about asymptomatic malaria until one of these bright PhDs did a study on it. There's just I wish I had more time. We were talking with the Vice Chancellor, the Moringa plant, that you must stop thinking that all of it is it's effective. Not all, types of Moringa plants are effective. You sit here and me, I'm a lifelong student. I don't have a PhD, Vice Chancellor, but and staff. Maybe one of you can supervise me one of these days. But you just sit here and it's mind-blowing, the kind of information that you just want to get into and read. I feel like, there's so much more that one can read and learn. But all of it in order to improve our country, really. Some of you know I always talk about that African from Cape Verde, Cabral. Amilcar Cabral talks about it to say, the things that we do because we need to create a better life for our people. I'm paraphrasing him. He says, people don't eat what's in our head. They want their lives to improve, to be better. So sitting here, I'm like, there's so much that we can use to make our lives better, just from all the studies that have been made. Use of AI, local government plans, just one afternoon, we can make sure that we improve our country. But that's in your hands, really, about what you do with this information that you have gathered. And the last thing I would say is that in recognition of our Heritage Day, Heritage Month, September, and also just in recognition of Maria, I was saying in the morning that I decided to pay tribute to them by remembering two great women, just to show that, as Africans, we come from great people. So, I know ministers in government would say, I'm wearing a suit from Cape Town and everything. But I said today I'm paying tribute to the Ethiopians through their national dress, which I'm wearing, which is an Ethiopian national dress. But it's in recognition of a great woman who led Ethiopia to war against the Italians, Queen Taitu, when Emperor Menelik was in trouble. So she took up a battalion of men and went to war and fought the Italians, which led to the Battle of Adwa in Ethiopia. And Ethiopia was really never colonized because of such brave women as Adwa, as Taitu. And then again, there's a tribute somewhere around my waist here to the great Ghanaian Ashanti queen, Asantewa. She also went to war when they captured her husband, actually, and she went to war to fight the British. And it is told that in one meeting when she walked in, the British had called them to a meeting, so she walked in with her entourage. There were no seats. All the British generals, the colonialists, were sitting on chairs. And so when she walked into the room, there are no seats. They want all the Africans to sit on the floor. And she stood with her delegation to say, until you bring me a chair, I look you in the eye as equals. I'm not going to sit down, and I'm not going to start this meeting. But these are women that gave birth to us, all of us. And as we look at what's happening to Maria and Kuzai, just because they were poor, they were treated like this, we must also remember that we come from greatness. And we expect greatness out of you. You need to, the period of slavery, colonialism, and all of that was a very short period in the life of Africa's development. It was an interruption of our development. So you need to take us back to that greatness. And I'll be checking on all of you to see how far you're going with that. But today I want to say well done to the graduates, all of you, well done, our PhD students. Very interesting things that you have done. Well done to our long-suffering parents, guardians, sisters, brothers, Bomalome, Auntie, Borakhadi, everyone. Very well done. And well done to the Vice Chancellor. You've assembled a very good, solid academic team. I'm always impressed at the breadth and the depth of the team that you've put together to look after these minds. And we are very proud of what you've done at this university. So well done, congratulations. Remember, you are going to build a better South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chancellor of the University of Venda, Advocate Mujanku Gumbi. As we are about to conclude this session, we would like to extend an invitation to all our PhD graduates to join the academic procession in front of the Life Sciences building for a group picture. The University Chancellor will dissolve this congregation, and after dissolution of the congregation, we should remain standing until such time the last person in the procession has left the auditorium. But before then, Univen Choir is going to lead us in the singing of the national anthem. And when the national anthem is being sung, we should all rise and all men should remove their caps or hats. May I therefore request that we all rise.
of the authority entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of Venda.
If I'm not